Hoover start the clock. Jermaine, your 4 minutes have been granted.
And then there were two on the right side of the court. The Bedford Bearcats taking down Hoover 45-38 in the semifinals off the back of a great performance from J.J. Hudson. On the left, the underdogs, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, pulled off the arguably greatest upset in the history of the locked-in Summer League, taking down back-to-back defending champions Lutheran West 41-37. Reed Sims, J.J. Nelson, one of them will be the 2024 Locked-In High School Summer League champion as we are underway and already have a whistle 2 seconds in. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. We had a great game one here, 45-38. Bedford got the win. And now we see Reed Sims and Canton McKinley. Last time we saw Reed Sims, he had one heck of a game. 22 points in the win over Glenville. And now, here come the Bulldogs winning the opening tip. Sims, a heat check to begin the game. He sinks it. That is one way to start the game for the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. From well downtown, Reed Sims connects. Bedford was down by as many as 10 to begin the last game. How do they start this one? Williams, no good on the attempt, goes out of play against Sims, and will stay with the Bedford Bearcats. It was J.J. Nelson last game. Without him, Bedford would have been lost and would have lost 19 of their 45. In the corner, Hudson airballs it. Reed Sims boxes out and grabs the board. And he will take it up the court for the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, who now find themselves at 9-0 in the Summer League and look to go undefeated and win their first ever crown. Bedford now at 8-1 look to do the same. And as well today, McKinley can wear their normal jerseys. No color conflict with the green. If anything, it's Christmas colors. Jeter in the corner, it goes to Carter. Carter pivoting, looking for help, passes it out of play, and it goes to Bedford. So some early jitters on both sides. Both teams have good coaches that will help them go far. Sean Witherspoon at the helm for Canton McKinley in year 2. And then Jermaine Gay in year 1 with the Bedford Bearcats after longtime coach Peter Priola left to go to Beechwood back in May. So both coaches looking to instill their systems early on in their regimes as head coach. Howell in the key has it, bobbles it, trying to keep possession, finds help outside to Hudson. Hudson pumps, takes it inside, Euros, right-hand floater, no good. Another rebound for Reed Sims, chucks it up court, finds an open man. The shot no good from Webster, rebound inside, the block by Powell, sends it out of bounds on the tip, and it goes to Canton McKinley, or correction, Bedford. Jaden Nelson was just clobbered and had no real chance to put up a shot. That's just the defense that Bedford plays. It's suffocating. Bedford only allowing around 38 points per game in the Summer League. That's exactly what Hoover put up on them. Hudson will take it inside the key, pass it outside to Pollard. Off iron, no good. Rebound, taken in by Webster. Here comes the star man, Reed Sims on the near side. Sims, another triple. Bang! Reed Sims from well downtown once again. It's a 6-0 run for the Bulldogs to get the game underway. Reed Sims is a star in Canton. On the near side, Pollard matched up against Nelson, takes it from the free throw line. It's in. First 2 points of the game for Bedford. Sims will take it up the near side. 17 left to go in the first half. Sims goes right, puts it up, almost finishes, gets his own board. Goes up, not fouled, tried getting a call, but doesn't get it. Here comes Bedford in transition, nice play, up to Hudson, puts it up, no unlucky, but a foul called after the attempt, and now here comes Bedford to the line. Coach Witherspoon not happy on the call. Coach Gay going to give some instructions to his players as Hudson goes to the line for his first 2 shots of the game from the line. Free throws played an impact in the last game. Would not be surprised to see that be the case. And as I said in the last broadcast, expect to see a physical game. We're seeing plenty of that out the gate. Hudson's first. Rolls around the world and not in. Hudson unlucky not to be on the score sheet. Hudson gearing up for his second shot. Survey says it's in. So Hudson now on the board, a 6-3 ball game. Do we see yet another heat check from Reed Sims? Instead, it goes to Webster inside, puts it up, and he's fouled, so he'll go to the line. Webster had 11 points against Glenville, all of which came in the second half explosion that saw McKinley jump out to a 24 run to begin the half, which ended up being enough to propel them over Glenville in that game as they won 55-43. Webster looking to get on the score sheet a little bit earlier in this game. And he does. Sinks it, nothing but net. Bedford will make some changes in the meantime. It'll be Pride, the transfer from Aurora, checking in for the first time. Webster lines up for a second and sinks it. So now an 8-3 lead for McKinley, but no lead is safe in the Summer League. We saw a 10-point tilt early on in the game, last time out, that then quickly changed into a Bedford advantage. In the corner, Webster pumps, looks to find some help, goes to the left side of Jeter, pivots, looking for more help, spins back over the head of Pollard. He finds them. Pollard now working against Carter, goes to his left, drives to the lane, puts it up. He's fouled, but will go to the line after missing the shot. Third foul in the first 5 minutes of the game. No tax like we saw last time we saw McKinley, but nonetheless, still plenty of physicality. Pollard, 2 points so far in this game. Had himself a solid afternoon in the first game of the day. 5 points in the first half, 3 in the second, give him 8 overall in that win over Hoover. His first from the line, sinks. So now an 8-4 lead for McKinley is the score. Bedford 2 for 3 from the line. His second also follows suit. Howell 2 for 2 on the day. It's a 3-point ball game. Sims with 6, Webster with 2, Powell with 4, and Hudson with 1. That is your scoring spread thus far. Jeter takes it inside, Euros puts it up, and blocked by Powell. Yet another block for the big man. What can he do in transition? He loses a nice steal from Sims, and it's pickpocketed again. Lovejoy takes it. We didn't call Lovejoy's name at all in game number 1, but we call him early for a big steal in game 2. But Pollard, there is no surprise that he's blocking as many shots as he is. Had 11 blocks per game last year for Bedford. But Devarian Lovejoy, the rising junior, did not see him all last game. All it takes is one play to make a big impact. All it takes is one sequence to make an impact, as we saw with J.J. Hudson putting up a couple of good shots to get 5 points in a row. Played in, but tipped out of bounds against Sims. He wanted it to go out against Green in more ways than one. He wanted it to tip off of Joe Green. And actually, they're going to reverse the call. I believe the call is right. Sims got a piece, tipped it off of Green in more ways than one, and went out of play. That's the right call. Good job by the officiating crew to get the call right. Jeter takes it up for McKinley, plays it inside. Webster goes to the left side, puts it up. That is the brute force that McKinley needs to sink some good shots, and there it is on display. Webster now has 4. It's a 10-5 ball game in favor of McKinley. 12:22 to go in the first half. Lovejoy spinning, looking for some help. Finds it in the form of Pollard. Pollard will take it inside from the free throw line. What a shot from him. Hits front iron and gets the lucky bounce. Give him 6 of the 7 that Bedford possesses. Sims has 6, both from downtown. Another 3. Almost an and one triple, but rims out. Sims is an expert at drawing contact on any shot that he takes, and that is a perfect example of it. Obviously, you can't see it at home as this is a radio broadcast, but just goes up there, has one guy to his left, one to his right, puts up a shot, kind of just launches it. He's able to make that shot half the time too, which is maybe even more impressive. So here comes the rising senior, averaged over 20 points per game last year, 21.1 to be exact, and now has 7 on the day as he sinks his first free throw. (11-7), McKinley leads with 11:15 left to go in the first half. Sims, his second, is also good. He now has 8 early in this game. Jalen Jeter will walk to the front court after getting some instructions from his head coach. Sims is third. He's perfect. Makes all 3. He now has 9 of the 13 from McKinley. He is very close to double figures as we're not even halfway through the first half. Lovejoy being met by a double team, pivoting, finds help in the form of Hudson. Hudson, Lovejoy now on the near side, 10:45 to go in the first half. Williams plays it low to Pollard. The mid-range fadeaway, no good. Rebound by Jeter. Jeter being pressed immediately by Green, but taking a step back and retains possession. Jeter drives, kicks to the corner, a dribble for McKinley. Rolls around, no good. Rebound Green. Does he keep it in play? Yes, he does. But finds Jeter of McKinley. Loose ball on the ground. Pollard gives it off to Lovejoy. Bedford gets a stop. Williams outside the arc has his fellow number 3 and Sims on him. He bobbled it and he gets tripped up as a kickball violation. We'll see who he gives it against. There's a case on both sides, and it will go against Sims and McKinley. So Lovejoy will inbound for the Bearcats. We're halfway through the first half. It's a 13-7 lead for the Bulldogs in the 2024 Lockdown High School Summer League Championship game. Double team goes against Hudson. Wayward pass goes inside. Williams the 3 for Bedford. No good. Rebound Pollard off the glass. No good. Bounce it around. Loose ball foul. And it goes in favor of McKinley. Foul against Bedford. And they're going to flag Terrell Pollard on the play. Each team has 3 fouls, so 6 fouls early on in the game. As it will now go back to Canton McKinley, who has an opportunity to really blow the game wide open early. But then again, at the same time, blowing the game wide open didn't work for Hoover. They were up 13-3, but in the end, they lost it. Jeter takes it inside, passes top of the arc to Sims. Sims, could we see him try from range once again? Steps back, the mid-range, contested, he sinks it. Reed Sims is unguardable this afternoon. He now has 11. First player, Noah Figures in transition. Here comes McKinley. Jeter off the glass and in. His first 2 points gives McKinley a 10-point lead. Timeout, Bedford. The Bulldogs are barking. What a start for Canton McKinley. The momentum from game 1 has translated into an early lead against Bedford. 8:48 left to go in the first half of the 2024 Lockdown High School Summer League Championship game. We'll step aside and be back in Warrensville Heights in a minute. $8:48 left to go in the first half of the 2024 Lockdown High School Summer League Championship game. Bedford trails 17-7 against the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Lovejoy, a triple. Off iron, no good. Sims sees it out of bounds, and McKinley will take back possession. Last game, it was a 13-3 lead for the Canton-based team that ended up turning into a loss. This time around, McKinley will look to do what Hoover could not do, and that is get a point on the board out of the timeout called by the opponent. It'd be a big basket to get for momentum's sake to keep it. Jeter floats it, but instead of a charge, it'll go the opposite direction. Sims not happy with the call, but potentially the right one. Bedford gets the call, and they will take it on the other end. Bedford was in this exact situation. Now they need to make a basket. That is how they came back in game 1 of the afternoon. They needed to do the same thing. J.J. Hudson on 1 point. Get him the ball as he'll take up the court here. Let him do his thing, and Bedford has a very good chance to win this game. Hudson goes to the left, loses it. It's a steal. It goes to Sims. Does he slam it? Yes, he does! A little bit of hang time for Reed Sims Jr. to give McKinley a 12-point lead. Air Sims take off now at Warrensville. Lovejoy will take it. Potentially going to get rid of it. He does. Finds Nelson on the far side. Goes to the left. Puts it up over Sims and in. That's a good bit of work there to find the glass and in. And quickly, here comes McKinley. And smacked out of bounds once again. Terrell Pollard smacks it. And substitutions made. But wow, That was a big block from Terrell Pollard, his second of the game. Neal with 2, Hudson with 1, and Pollard the rest. Pollard on offense and defense has been elite today. Well, McKinley, when 13 of your 19 points come from your star, he is clearly getting good looks. Now with Sims off the court, how does Bedford play defense? Jeter goes to the left side, in the corner, it goes to Carter. Javion Carter against Lovejoy, puts it up, and blocked on the glass once again by Terrell Pollard! That is 3 blocks in the first half. Plays it up to Patterson. He is trapped, loose ball on the ground, and the jump ball called. Terrell Pollard has it a no-fly zone in the paint of McKinley. Hudson will check in, and that will sub out Patterson. But wow, Terrell Pollard has swatted 3 balls away with immense power. Sims back in the game after he got his quick breather. He will play the majority of the 40 minutes of this game. Unless this game gets completely out of hand, he'll play the majority of it. Pollard inside, kicks it out to Hudson. Hudson still with only 1 point. He looks to make an impact. Only 5 in the first half last time, so still not too much concern from Bedford's side. Goes top of the arc to Pride. Pride pivoting, goes inside, loses it. A nice bit of defense shown by McKinley. Here comes Jeter on the far side. Hudson gets a piece of him, and the foul is called accordingly. 5:14 left to go in the first half. A 10-point lead for McKinley, 19-9. And here comes Deontay Williams. He was a spark plug off the bench in game 1 of the second half. He made a couple of key shots. So Sims will inbound. Jeter along with Nelson, Carter, and then an unnamed number 7 on the court. We're going to try and do our best to figure out who number 7 is for McKinley. Do not have it on our roster. The mid-range from Jeter sinks. Nothing but nylon. He now has 4. McKinley restores their 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Bedford needs an answer. Hudson takes it inside, puts it up. Heavy pressure, Sims the board. In transition, here come the Bulldogs. Kicks it away, Jeter from downtown. It's in! Jalen Jeter now has 7. McKinley leads it 24-9. Who let the dogs out? Pride takes it inside the paint. Left-hand floater, off front iron, no good. Rebound by the mystery number 7. A nice bit of work from him. Sims will take it up the court now for McKinley. Less than 4 to go in the first half. Goes central to Jeter. Jeter, the step back. No good. Rebound by number 7. He fights for it. It's a jump ball. And McKinley, their bench still staying active in this game, getting plenty loud. So now Jeter will inbound for McKinley. 24-9 with 3:30 and change left to go in the first half. Heavy hit, another block for Terrell Pollard. That is now 4 in the first half for the big man. He might be losing right now, but he has had one heck of a first half for the Bearcats. Ferris will check out for McKinley. Jeter inbound after that heavy block. 9 fouls combined with less than now 3 minutes to go in the first half. Sims open, gets it right in front of the half-court line. Works off a pick from Nelson, plays it inside to Nelson. Maybe a charge, no. Wide open Biles. No good. Rebound to Bedford as Powell boxes out and gets it. Bedford needs some points. They need them now. Pride takes it inside. Sims a piece. Kick to the corner. Hudson from downtown. There he is. J.J. Hudson hits his first triple of the ball game. He now has 4. It's a 12-point ball game. J.J. Hudson needed that shot. He now needs to heat up. Sims pivots. Another triple. No good. He wanted a foul called. Box out, rebound taken in by Pride. He spins out of the hit and will take it up for the Bearcats. In the corner it goes. Pollard for 3. No good. Rebound Jeter for McKinley. And Jeter will take it up the far side. 2 minutes to go in the first half. And a timeout called by McKinley to talk things over. With 2:02 left to go in the first half. It has been the Reed Sims Show for McKinley. but it's been the defensive show of Terrell Pollard for Bedford. McKinley leads it 24-12. Stay tuned as we will give you the rest of the first half as we return in a minute. .202 left to play in the first half here in the 2024 Locked-In High School Summer League Championship game between Canton McKinley and Bedford. Canton McKinley up 24-12 over the Bearcats. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening if you were just tuning in. Reed Sims has been electric so far in this game. He put up 22 on Glenville. So far, 2 threes, 3 free throws, that gives him 9, and then 2 field goals, including a big dunk. So he has 13 of the 24 for McKinley, as they have really looked good after beating Lutheran West in an all-time upset in the Summer League. Sims has it outside the arc, will hand it off to Jeter. Jeter has also been a nice player for McKinley, misses the left-hand floater, rebound taken in by Williams. Williams with the buck 45 will take it up the right side of the court for the Bearcats. Hudson takes it in the corner, it goes. A triple launch by Pride, rolls off the rim, no good. Jeter the board, played up quickly. Here come McKinley. The finger roll and blocked off the glass by Powell. I believe they're going to call a foul, but that would have been the 5th from Pollard. Actually, it looks like they're going to call it against McKinley. So it will be the 5th block of the game from Terrell Pollard. Or correction, no, it was goaltending. That is the call. So 26-12 and picked off. Williams gets it, plays it on into Pride. Pride, the floater, no good. Bounce around, goes up for the rebound, no. He doesn't come down with it. Here comes Biles in the corner. Jeter for 3. No good, he goes to the ground, tipped out of play. Who keeps it in? McKinley somehow does. Sims in the paint against Pollard. Top of the arc it goes to Carter from downtown. Bounces around, no good. Rebound by Bedford as Pride takes it in. 35 seconds to go. Pollard in the key, kicks it out to Hudson from well downtown. Off to the right, Jeter grabs the board. Carter wide open in the front court. Instead it goes to Biles, played up and laid in nicely by Nelson. And a timeout called by Bedford to talk things over. With 23 seconds left to go in the first half, McKinley roaring up 28-12. (28-12), Canton McKinley over Bedford is your score with 23-3 to go in the first half here, the 2024 Locked-In High School Summer League Championship game. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you if you're just tuning in. Bedford in a deep hole early, being double teamed. McKinley gets it back, Carter puts it up, and it's in! They break 30 before halftime as they lead it by 18. Bedford full court press, bobbled out of bounds. It will go to McKinley with 9.5 to go in the half. McKinley has had suffocating pressure this whole game. Bedford has barely had a good look, and mainly that is due to the defense of McKinley and the presence of Sims. 7 seconds to go in the half. What does McKinley have as a death? Jeter takes it in. The mid-range floater, no good. Rebound by Bedford and Williams. The horn will sound, and that will take us to halftime here in Warrensville Heights. It's a big lead for Canton McKinley. They lead it 30-12. And I believe we're going to have a technical foul here on the Bedford coach. And yes, we do. We'll step aside here. To stay up to date on all the games I'm covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter to stay up to date with all Fun Games Live showcases, events, Summer League, you name it. Follow Fun Games Live on Instagram and also download the Fun Games Live app. And finally, subscribe here to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and put on push notifications to be notified when I go live. My goal is to get up to 250 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. We have a big weekend this weekend with the explosive Fast Pitch Firework Frenzy. A couple games being broadcasted live here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. All of that, 5 minutes to go here in halftime. I'll step aside and be back on momentarily. 20 minutes left to go here in the 2024 Locked In High School Summer League Championship and the league as a whole. McKinley has a tight grip on this game as they lead 30-12 over the Bedford Bearcats. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening if you were just tuning in to this radio broadcast. The game has been dominated by Reed Sims, who just got fouled by a Bedford player. 13 points in the first half. Jalen Jeter fouled behind with 7. As for Bedford, Terrell Pollard, 6 points and 4 big blocks. He really impressed in that first half. Unfortunately for him, not much else going for Bedford. 4 points for Hudson and 2 for Roderick Neal. That has been our scoring recap. Powell tipped one out of bounds. It will stay with McKinley. Nice bit of work from him, as he has been everywhere on the court this afternoon. If he loses today, he has nothing to be ashamed of. He played one heck of a game too, and really game one as well. But still, there's plenty of time left to go in this game. If Bedford wants to win this game, however, they need to get back in it right now. They need to get a couple points on the board and make something happen. Carter will take it. The mid-range jumper falls over Neal. That is a great start to the second half for Canton McKinley, who now leads it by 20. Hudson, who has 4, will take it inside the paint, puts it up, and matches the efforts from Carter. He now has 6. Immediate trap being set by Bedford. Played up court to Sims. Sims to the corner it goes. Webster for 3. Bounces up, no good. Hits the suspension, and will go to Bedford. So actually, no, they're going to call a foul instead. It looked like after the shot, the ball hit the suspension, which would mean it'd be out of play. But instead, a foul was given, so it will go in favor of McKinley, who will get it on the inbound, but loses it immediately. A nice steal from Pride for Bedford. Powell tipped away. Nice bit of work from Nelson. A trail back for it. Carter puts it up. He now has 4 points to begin the second half. 6 on the day. It's a player making an impact at the time he was called upon. Wasn't called upon much in the first half, but the second half, Canton McKinley called his number, and he has repaid their trust. Goes far side. Williams will take it on the pass from Hudson in the corner. Pollard backs up, puts it off the glass, and in. Pollard now has 8 points this afternoon, an 18-point ball game. Here comes McKinley. The stutter step from Webster results in 2 points. Nice bit of work from him to sink the basket. So Webster now with 6. Webster, 11 points against Glenville. He has been the second half man for McKinley this tournament. Sims gets called on that foul, reaching in and kind of knocked the Bedford player over. Definitely the right call. But as I said earlier, 22 points against Glenville. Well on his way to that tally once again. Jeter, 12 points in that game as well, has 7. Another player well on his way to that tally. McKinley averaging around 60 points per game in the Summer League, right around 58 to be exact. Floater from Hudson sinks. So Hudson doubles his tally, and a quick basket, but missed. It was a quick fire attempt right off the inbound, but that will send Bedford to the line as Pollard snatched it. This is Bedford's way back into the game. McKinley averaging 57.5 points per game in the Summer League while allowing 36.25. Could see that being a scoreline prediction for this game, potentially, unless Bedford can show some signs of getting back into the game, and that is how they do get back into the game. Pollard now has 9. They got to keep the game close. 16 minutes remain. These next 10 minutes will be pivotal. Pollard second. He sinks. Quick substitution. Lovejoy, who had the steal early on in the game, checks in for Neal, who has 2. Now a 16-point ball game. Magic number in this game, I'd say, is get to 50. If you're at 50, you're feeling really good. Jeter takes it down the far side. Sims open, top of the arc. Still haven't seen him much this half. Jeter bobbles, puts it up, almost an and one, but just a little bit too much on it as he misses it, so he'll go to the line for 2. So that'll be the 3rd foul against Bedford, 2 against McKinley. Here come the fouls we expected to see. So here comes Jalen Jeter, the rising senior, to the line. Has 7 points today thus far. now with 8. Jeter last year, 8.4 points per game, 2 rebounds, and 1.7 assists per game for Canton McKinley. He looks to be a focal point of their offense along with Reed Sims in this upcoming year. He makes both, so 2 good makes from him. Gives him 9. Now an 18-point lead for Canton McKinley. And already the full court press in effect. Hudson gets it up, bobbles it, but somehow finds Williams. Nice work from him. Lovejoy in the corner for 3. A little too shy. Rebound bounced around. Taken in by Jalen Jeter. That's a good bit of work from him to spin around and keep possession. In the corner, Webster takes it. He looks for some help spinning around, trying to evade the pressure from Green. Top it goes to Jeter. Coach Witherspoon trying to implement a play. Spin, Jeter, left-hand floater, no good, but a foul called. And that will send him to the line. Bedford can't believe it. You hear one of the parents yell, "Come on, man," and maybe there is an argument that it wasn't a foul. You have to let the players play to a degree, but you also have to keep player safety in mind. I feel like that was enough contact to play on. Jeter 2 for 2 this half from the line, goes back, now 2 for 3. Still haven't seen Reed Sims score at all this half. Stuck on 13 points, had the first 6 of the ballgame. Jeter second. Rims around, no good. He goes over to that sequence. Bedford down by 18, being met by a full court press. Lovejoy looks to get it up against Sims and Jeter, but bobbles away. Webster takes it out. Sims pivots. Almost the shot made, but he is fouled, so he'll go to the line. Tried hooking it in, but just put a little bit too much. Hits off the left iron, and he'll go to the line. But Reed Sims, 13 points, looking for his first of the half. But Sims has been a star in this summer league. Will most likely be the MVP in the event the result holds. And with that basket, that will help. He now has 14. Make it now a 19-point game with 12:40 and counting left to go. Sims sets up for his second. Sinks it as well. 5 for 5 from the line. The 20-point McKinley lead as Sims has 15. Both coaches trying to give instructions quickly. Lovejoy looking to get rid of it. Does. Bobbles up court by Green, but Green being double teamed, immediately trapped. And a timeout called by Bedford to regroup and not lose possession. That is exactly what McKinley tried to do, and that is just how deadly the full court press and the trap is. 12:16 left to go in regulation in the 2024 Locked-In High School Summer League Championship game. McKinley leads it by 20. We'll step aside and be back on in a minute. It's 12:16 on the clock here at Warrensville Heights High School, home of the Tigers, in the 2024 Locked-In High School Summer League Championship game. The 20-point lead right now for Canton McKinley over the Bedford Bearcats. Bedford will begin with possession right out of the timeout called by Coach Gay as he looks to regroup with his squad. Lovejoy will take it, has Jeter giving him some shade. On the near side it goes to J.J. Hudson, who has himself 8 points on the day. Pollard takes it inside the mid-range, he sinks it. First Bearcat to get into double figures in game number 2 of the day. Javion Carter takes it inside the paint, the right hand. Can't get it to fall. Taken in by Webster. Pump, puts it up. Doesn't get the lucky bounce, but will go to the line on the foul. As I said back in game 1 of Bedford versus Hoover, Expect to see a lot of physicality in this game, given the nature of both teams, and we've seen it aplenty. 8 fouls so far combined in around 8.5 minutes of play in the second half. Webster misses his first. Historically, the winner of the Locked-In High School Summer League goes on to have a great season. McKinley had a good season last time out, 15-9, could be better as they ended their overall campaign with a loss, 69-64 against Glen Oak, who they beat twice in the regular season. Coach Witherspoon in year 2 looks to implement his philosophy even more, potentially could get this team to a district final, or even better, get them to a regional appearance. Missed by Webster, tries to get his own rebound, and he does, but it kicks out and goes to Bedford, and it bounces around again, and a foul is finally called. So Bedford saw daylight. In the end, they lose it, and finally, after the last bobble, get it back. Had a couple of those plays happen so far, and a substitution made. Kayvon Dawkins checks in for the first time. Clock continues to run. 10-19 and counting left to go in regulation. Hudson has it on the far side, will give to Lovejoy, and now Williams on the near side. It's a bunch of passing. It goes to Williams, courtesy of Lovejoy. Hudson far side, good ball movement up the power in the paint. Boxes over Dawkins, rims around the world, and a foul called. So he will go to the line now. I don't know the last time we've had 20 seconds of basketball played fluidly in a row without a foul interrupting it. 10 fouls in 10 minutes combined in the second half as Pollard goes to the line for 2. He has 12 of the 22 for Bedford, now 13 of the 23. But Terrell Pollard has looked immense in this game for the Bearcats. Last year averaging 14.2 points per game, 11 rebounds, 5 blocks, second team All-LEL, first team All-LEL, however, for football, as he sinks that one as well. 14 to 24 for Bedford, full court press, beaten by Sims. He takes it up, plays it out to Webster, makes a man miss, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Dawkins, puts it up, and blocked down once again by Pollard. He goes to the ground, gets it, and a timeout, I believe, called by Bedford. That is now, I believe, the 6th block of the game from Terrell Pollard, as he has been a menace inside the paint all afternoon. Even if Bedford loses this game with 8:58 left to go in regulation, it looks like they will. But Terrell Pollard has had one heck of a championship game. He deserves an honorable mention as a player of the game. Obviously not going to be the outright player of the game in a losing effort, but Terrell Pollard can play. Second team All-LEL last year looks like a complete joke, if we're being honest. He looks like he could have been the league MVP. If he plays like this coming year for Bedford, the LEL will have a big competitor. I feel like if he can play like this against Garfield, that could be the guy and the archetype that could have taken down DeAndre Jones. This year, it's taking down Marcus Johnson, taking down Jamar Keys. I feel like Bedford, out of anyone in the LEL, has the guy who can match up the best against Garfield Heights and potentially take them down. That'll be something to watch come November and December. I feel like Bedford-Garfield would sell out easily at Garfield Heights and Bedford alike. With 8:58 to go, Bedford will begin with possession down by 16, in need of some points quick. Played in to Neal. Neal plays it up quickly. It bobbles around. Lovejoy takes it in. Lovejoy outside the arc against Dawkins. Goes to his right. Heavily contested. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Powell puts it up. No good. Pollard misses that shot. Rebound by Sims. And an elbow goes against Reed Sims. And it will go the opposite way to Bedford. I believe that's the right call. A little bit too much elbow. He's been using his size today a lot. Maybe a little bit too much on the size on that attempt. And with the arguing, that will delay time. Clock continues to run. 8:15 left to go in regulation. Lovejoy to inbound. Lovejoy finds Neal in the corner against Dawkins. Goes top to Pollard. Pollard against Sims. The step back. What will he do? Drives on Sims. Goes up. And he is fouled. Sims can't believe it. Pollard back to the line. The physicality continues. Temper's starting to boil over a little bit too. 6 fouls for each team, 12 total in the second half. Neal will trot to the backcourt for Bedford, but Pollard will go to the line for 2. Pollard takes a couple dribbles, his first. Rolls, no good. Clock still running. 7:20 to go in regulation. McKinley up by 16. Clock continues to run. There's Coach Gay kind of bringing attention to that fact. Pollard setting up for his second. Bounce around, it goes in. Sims almost got a piece of it and assisted it. But now it's a 15-point ball game. Quick change made for Bedford, less than 7 to go. McKinley in no hurry to set up an offense. It just get the ball in and get it up court. Plays it on in. Javion Carter being double teamed. Power to piece. Goes up court, the loose ball. Neal falls on it. He gets it. And a foul called quickly. It's Bedford ball. It's a push. But still, Roderick Neal, the sophomore, hits the deck and gets it. In game 1, he made a couple of clutch free throws. This time gets the ball, and now he will go to the line. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, every foul now that we call will result in 2 shots. Unless it's from outside the arc on a shot, then it's 3. McKinley will make a quick change. It'll be Jaden Nelson. But that'll be after the first shot. Roderick Neal needs to make these shots for Bedford if they want a chance. Still plenty of chatter. The first from Neal. Bounces left. So no good. And McKinley will make their change. Dawkins checks out, and that will see Jaden Nelson check in. Nelson and Sims closer to the basket for the Bulldogs. For the Bearcats, Pollard along with Pride. Neal the shooter to try and make it a 14-point ball game. Survey says no. Tips around, maybe Sims got a piece, but no, it says it goes off of Pride, so that sends it the opposite way. So Neal misses both big free throws, and now Canton McKinley one step closer to being champions. Backcourt trap and a timeout called by Coach Witherspoon to talk things over. 5:09 now left to go in regulation here in the 2024 Lockton High School Summer League Championship game. McKinley leads it by 15. We'll step aside and be back on in a minute. .509 left to go in regulation in the 2024 Lockton High School Summer League Championship game between the Canton McKinley Bulldogs and Bedford Bearcats. Canton McKinley leads it 40-25 as this game is slowly but surely winding down. Canton McKinley had the big upset earlier over Lutheran West, and if the result holds, will be deserving champions of the Summer League. Sims has it being met by Pollard, takes it inside the key, bounce pass to Jeter, in the corner to the 3 from Carter, it's in! Javion Carter from the far corner may have just sealed the deal for McKinley. Williams plays it to Hudson, Pollard to match, side rim, no good, can he be kept in play? Yes, an excellent effort from Pride. It goes to McKinley after some nice defense. Webster takes it up the court, goes inside, heavy Euro, stripped by Hudson, played up forward to Pride. Here come the Bearcats, and a foul call against Jeter as Neal has bobbled the ball on his head almost. McKinley not happy with the call. So that will send Bedford back to the line. And Neal missed his last two on an opportunity for redemption as we're nearing the 4-minute mark around left to go. The first from Neal. Off the rim, no good. So Bedford, if the result holds, will end their summer league with an 8-2 record. As for Canton McKinley, if the result holds, 10-0 undefeated champs. Neal second. Off the front of the rim, rebound by Sims. Unfortunate on those attempts. McKinley one step closer once again to being champions. Jeter has it at the logo. Will work against Neal, shifts to his right, getting open his web three. He gets it, hands it off to Sims. Sims in the corner, loses it, but is fouled in the process, so Sims will go to the line. Sims has 15 points today, 5 for 5 from the line thus far, and will have 2 more attempts. The clock continues to run, less than 180 seconds left to go in the Summer League. Sims getting set up for his first. Sinks it. Make him now 6 for 6 from the line. With this make, it would be not only a 20-point game, but he would then be 7 for 7 from the line. And a bunch of confusing substitutions now being made after the first one. Clock continues to run. 2:10 now left to go in regulation. Neither team in any hurry. A lot of changes being made here at the death, probably to get some guys out of the game. Hudson on the sideline. Pollard on the sideline. The Stars are checking out. 2 minutes to go. That will stop the clock. But Canton McKinley well on their way to being the 2024 Locked-In High School Summer League champions. The last substitution will be Javion Carter for Reed Sims. He sinks it. Reed Sims Jr., 17 points in a championship winning performance, 13 of which were in the first half, to propel Canton McKinley to win their first Locked-In High School Summer League championship. An excellent day at the office for the rising senior. His day is done, and he gets deserving rest. Patterson will take it for the Bearcats. Bounce pass on in. Wood puts it up, no good. Loose ball taken in by McKinley, and they will take it up the other end. Biles plays it up forward. Ferris, bounce pass into Dawkins, and blocked by Lovejoy, or someone wearing number 10. I don't believe that is Lovejoy, but still yet another block for Bedford. $1:34 left to go. 45-25. Inbound incoming. Ferris plays it high. Taken in by McKinley. What can they do at the death? Played back, almost over and back, but Carter does a nice job to keep it in place. Screen set, works to the left of it. Step back, fadeaway three. No good. Bounces around, hits off the backboard at least once. Taken in by Green. Green will work in transition for the Bearcats. Spinning back to his left, pivoting, looking for help, finds Patterson. Patterson with 1:10 to go will get rid of it. The three on the far side. Rims out on that attempt. Rebound taken in after the miss from right. Now it sits with Green. 1 minute to go in the Summer League. Top of the yard, Joe Green. Green match up against Ferris, will work to his left. Takes it to the glass, puts it up, and an and one as he is clipped by Dawkins. It might be a little bit too late, but an excellent finish off the glass from Joe Green for his first 2 points of the ball game. So 52 seconds left to go. And actually, what they're going to say is before the shot. The scoreboard, there you go. They're going to say it's before the shot. So 2 shots incoming. The first, it's in. No. The scoreboard's just wrong. Okay, it's 28-45. There we go. Now it's updated. The shot counts. About to say, that definitely went in and was on the shot. 45 seconds left to go now in regulation. Played a nice spin move, a late hit, and a block, but a foul. A heavy one with 41 seconds left to go. And that'll send McKinley back to the line one more time. And this sends the unnamed number 7 to the line for 2. But Canton McKinley, what an impressive run they had to get to where they are. A win over JFK 59-22, Geauga 52-34, Warrensville B 68-29 as that shot is good from the mystery man. Bedford 46-32 earlier in the campaign. They have that 46. NECL 57-51. Brush Arcs 49-37 as that shot's also good. Benedictine 80-38. Glenville 55-43. And Lou West 41-37. And now the win here over Bedford. And an and one now for Khalil Wood. It's late, we still have fouls, and we still have some basketball to play. Did not expect to see all these fouls down the stretch, but here we are. So Wood will go up the line for the and one for Bedford. Bounces out, no good. Rebound will go to the Bearcats. Played outside, almost tipped, kept in play by Wright. Wright gives it back to Patterson. Patterson being trapped immediately. 20 seconds to go in regulation. Wright takes it in, Euros, puts it up, and sinks it. A nice basket from Damian Wright, his first 2 points, and make it a little bit closer. Bedford being told to hold off. Canton McKinley will dribble out the clock, and for the first time in their history will be the 2024 locked-in high school summer league champions. What a win for them as they win their first ever crown in the summer league. It took till 2024. It took a lot of effort, and after beating Lutheran West earlier, get the win 47-32. Your player of the game, it has to go to Reed Sims Jr. 17 points in the championship game, had 22 against Glenville. One heck of a player. He really impressed today, as without him, McKinley would not be the same team. To stay updated on all the games I'm covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter. To stay up to date on all of Fun Games Live, activities, showcases, events, you name it, follow Fun Games Live on Instagram, and as well, download the app in the App Store, and find and subscribe here to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and put on push notifications to be notified when I go live. My goal is to get up to 250 subscribers by the end of the calendar year. We have a couple of games this weekend for the 2024 Explosive Fast Pitch Firework Frenzy. Looking forward to that. We'll now pass it over to Chris for the award ceremony. You can hear and listen to it live.
First of all, we want to applause for both of these teams. It's been a long summer, 5 weeks. I know I'm looking forward to seeing you guys around the regular season. Appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate your parents for coming out to watch. Without any further ado, I'd like to invite Bedford, this year's 2024 locked-in runner-up. My Bearcats, very proud of y'all.
as you could hear, great scenes here in Warrensville Heights. Canton McKinley, the deserved champions of the 2024 Locked In High School Summer League, getting their trophy, their championship hats, and their championship gift bag. Great event. Shout out to Chris for putting all this on and all he's done, as he puts in a lot of hard work, not only to the Locked In Summer League, but the other showcases that he has throughout the regular season. And a big shout out as well to him for allowing me to come here and give you all the fans at home radio broadcasts of these great quality games. You'll see me again on Saturday as I begin my coverage of the 2024 Explosive Fast Pitch Firework Frenzy Tournament at North Ridgeville. It's going to be a great day. But with that, I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening with me. Have a good night, everyone. And once again, congrats to Canton McKinley, the first-time champions of the Locked In Summer League.